somebody might know who that is. All right, so Mr. McCullough, your attorney is Ren Underwood, right?
No, you appointed Mr. Milano, and then I guess it's Miss Underwood. I don't know.
It's going to be Judge. It's going to be me.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Milano, do you need a breakout room with Mr. McCullough?
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to assign the jail and Mr. Milano to the breakout. All right. Okay. Mr. Murphy. Miss Adams, could you bring me back the Russell file? Oh, wait, I'm about to have it still. All right, so this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Bryce Devine Russell, file number 2020-20090FH. I have Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Russell today. So, Mr. Murphy, I appreciate you stepping over to talk to Mr. Russell. He's very soft-spoken, so it's really hard to pick up his voice. So I didn't think a breakout room would work. I have Ms. Walsh here. So, Mr. Murphy, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Russell?
I have, Your Honor. I know we're in a predicament in regards to we can't continue with sentencing because I don't believe we have a PSI, but I believe that Mr. Russell turned in the packet that he had picked up. In regards to Mr. Russell, he had said that he's homeless. He had his stuff thrown out. He's been going through a tumultuous time as he's been going through for quite a while in his life. But I'd ask the court to consider just adjourning this for however long it takes for that PSI to get prepared. I know that Mr. Russell just had a previous one. I don't know how long it actually needs to get, how long it has to have to get the PSI prepared. But if the court be inclined just to adjourn it for a week or two and keep Mr. Russell, I know I anticipate a request for him to be incarcerated, but I would ask the court to consider not incarcerating him. I don't believe he's a flight risk. I just believe that there's, some issues that he has to get over every time he tries to do anything in his life.
Did you get the packet this morning?
The packet's not filled out. He put his name on there, and that's not filled out. He hasn't tried to contact me.
Okay.
We do have previous experience with him. He served his entire 20-year sentence last time because he has continuously not reported and such during parole. This is a continuation of him, and I would ask that he be incarcerated so that we can actually get the sentencing done. He was given 2 chances.
Okay. So, you said he's homeless right now too.
That's my understanding he is. Is that correct?
I was at the time.
Are you?
No, I'm not homeless. I stay with my sister.
I can't. So we're not able. I understand that. So
He's homeless now. That's on the record, but for the record, he was homeless.
okay.
Like I said, they do my stuff.
Mr.
They do all my
Russell.
stuff. They do all my stuff out. And I really, like I said, since my mom and dad died, I've been going through a lot of
Okay.
stuff.
But you were
Okay.
saying your sisters?
Yeah, it's just since she go to work, you know what I'm saying, I go over there.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's the deal. I'm sorry, Mr. Russell. I have given you a lot of leeway because I do understand your situation, but I feel at this time I'm going to remand you the custody of the Sheriff's Department, and then we'll set sentencing for April 20th at 8:30 a.m.
Your Honor, Mr. Russell just wants me to make sure that the record is clear that he expressed he has a medical conditions. Obviously, he's expressed concern about.
And if he's in
You're gonna know about him,
custody,
so I guess.
I'm sorry,
I don't
we'll
know
remand
anything
about
about
it today. Court's in recess.
I thought she was using music now in jail. I honestly didn't hear, so I was trying to hear
Don't get my packet right now. It's filled out. She's lying. That's my knowledge.
Hello?
And we're in a break right
Yeah,
now.
just hang on there, Mr. Snyder. This is Stan Sala. They can hear you. You can mute your phone. It is working, but I can see you and I can hear you. You don't need to put your ear up there. You can turn your volume up. You should be okay.
Yeah,
No?
I've got it turned all the way up.
Well, I can hear you just fine. So you can even pause your picture if you like right now.
What's that?
You can pause your picture. If you go to the camera but that's
Well,
okay.
I'm surprised I got you, so. How come we've been waiting for 45 minutes?
These things take time. So
Do another hearing or?
it'll be when the judge calls it. So just be patient.
Okay.
Oh, I'm over here.
Oh.
Those your cups? Yeah. Want to switch them? Okay.
That's all right.
I don't do that. I have very good math. I have pieces of my two pieces of my spine. So,
I see that. All right. Stand out there.
I really have one.
Okay, no, you're covering up.
You're covering, no, he's gonna put that, take that one off first.
Oh,
You're covering the hole up.
You need some oil.
Let me use mine. Kind of, oh, I was gonna say, you got different cuffs than I've got.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure it'll work, but you got a different setup. There you go, look, turn it, there you go.
Maybe get somebody a little bit younger.
Here you go. No. No. Hey, just like that. There you go. Where'd you sleep, bro? What's that? All right, let's go. We'll go downstairs. No, this way. Over here.
Hey,
No, you don't go this way, you go that way.
Over
Hey,
here.
Mr.
Go that way?
Hey, Mr. Lincoln,
You've got different doors here.
the package is shut out. Oh,
Mr. Russell, we're not, your bond set at 150,000 cash sure.
how much?
150,000. You got, any paperwork? Got to go with you? Okay, got it. Yeah.
All right, so, all right, Mr. Murph, let's see, Mr. Malaro. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Keith Edward McCullough, file number 18-18999 FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. McCullough. Are these your files now, Mr. Malaro?
Yes, Judge, I'll take them over.
But I mean, are they permanently gonna be yours or?
Well, I'm hoping once Mr. McCullough is done with these files, that he doesn't get in trouble anymore.
No, I'm asking because I had Rhonda Underwood on the file as the attorney, but it's you. Okay. So
Yeah.
that must have just been wrong. Okay.
I'll have it for the duration, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because like I said, I had Miss Underwood. Hold on. Thanks. All right, so this is file number 18-18999FH and 21-20321FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. McCullough. This is a date and time scheduled for request a warrant for probation file or probation violation on each of his files. It alleges that he has violated the terms of probation by pleading guilty to theft from a person in a protected class on March 31 of 2022 in Fulton County Common Police Court in Ohio. So, Mr. McCullough, on file number 18-18999FH, you're on probation for home invasion, 3rd degree, and larceny in a building. Home invasion, 3rd degree, carries a maximum penalty of up to 4 years, and larceny in a building carries a maximum penalty of up to 4 years on the other file. So do you understand if you plead guilty or found guilty, you could be facing on that file up to 5 years in prison? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then on file number 2021-120 and 21-20321FH. You're currently on probation for larceny, 1,000 or more, but less than $20,000, which carries a maximum penalty of up to it was an attempted. So do I have-
30 months.
Let's see here. It's gotta be an amended information here somewhere. Find the amended information. So he pledged an attempted on that file?
It's 30 months, Your Honor.
No, I know that, so hold on, Mr. McCullough.
That's 21 file.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Miss Adams, could you make note that I'm missing some documents from that file? And so, the maximum penalty on that file is up to 2.5 years. Yep. Yes, you're right, 30 months. So do you understand if you plead guilty or found guilty that you could be facing that much time in prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you do have a right to have an attorney represent you on this and on subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire one, we will appoint someone at public expense. We did appoint the public defender's office. I have Mr. Malaro here. Are you satisfied with him as your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed on behalf of Mr. McCullough?
Senator, we would be admitting the violations and then asked to be heard on bond.
All right, Mr. McCullough, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
All right, Mr. McCullough, you can put your arm down. Do you understand that you do have a right to contest the violation of probation charge and to have a trial on it?
yes,
Do you understand that throughout this trial, you will be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven by a preponderance of the evidence?
yes,
You have a right to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial, to have your lawyer ask those witnesses questions, or you may ask them yourself, and to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at that trial. Do you understand all of that?
yes, Your Honor.
You do not have to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold it against you in any way. Do you understand all of that?
Yes,
On the other hand, do you understand that you do have a right to testify at your trial if you want to?
yes,
Okay, on each of these files, how do you plead to the charge that you violated the terms of your probation by pleading guilty and being convicted of theft from a person on March 31st of 2022 in Fulton County, Ohio? Guilty or not
Yep.
guilty?
guilty.
Okay, all right. Now, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up your right to a trial, as I've already explained to you?
Yes,
Has anything been promised you to get you to plead guilty?
no,
Has anyone threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty?
no,
If I accept this plea, you'll be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea. Do you understand that?
yes,
All right, is it your own choice to plead guilty?
yes,
All right, so Mr. McCullough, on both of these files, you were placed on probation. One of the terms of your probation is that you are not to commit any new crimes. Is that correct?
yes,
All right, on March 31st of 2022, did you plead guilty to theft from a person in a protected class in Fulton County Common Pleas Court in Ohio?
yes,
And when was sentencing for that, or have you been sentenced?
yeah, they gave me 14 months. And I've done 13, almost 13 out of the 14, because I got a month and a half off while I was in prison in Ohio.
Okay, okay. All right. I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights. He does have competent counsel. I'm going to refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. So, Mr. Stevenson is here from the Michigan Department of Corrections. Could you step up to the podium for me? And only because my court reporter is zooming in.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Stevenson, Mr. McCullough was sentenced to a term of imprisonment in Ohio.
That's my understanding.
Okay, and before this offense occurred, was he reporting as required?
He was reporting in Ohio. He was, his case was transferred down to Ohio.
But he was reporting and doing what he needed to do.
It's my understanding, yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Malaro, you're asking that I release him out of care bond?
I am, Judge. I represented him before. I'm well acquainted with Mr. McCullough. I just looked at the case I had. I know he had a case with Rhonda. I don't see anywhere where he didn't show up for court in my files. And as I understand it, he did over a year in prison in Ohio already. So I'd ask the court he lives in Delta. I'd ask the court to consider releasing him on a PR bond.
Judge, in this case, he committed these offenses. We placed him on probation, Ohio. He came up to Michigan within like 60, 90 days, committed new felonies. And then he was sentenced again on the new cases.
That would be the 21 file?
Correct. He committed those offenses within like 90 days of being placed on probation. And then he committed this offense. I would not release him.
Okay. Ms. Adams, Mr. Malaro, you're gone for a conference next Thursday or Friday, or no?
I am not. I will be here.
All right. Miss Adams, can I set this Thursday or Friday?
So Judge, you have a closed adoption Thursday and then drug court. And then Friday you have 10 sentencings. Well, 9 now.
Could you get a report done by Wednesday?
Wednesday,
If I let you talk to him today?
yeah, I think I could.
If you want to go to the office, I'll let you Zoom with them.
Okay,
You don't need to.
yeah, I think I have the information. If not, I can go over to the jail.
I'll give you I'll take care of it now if you want me to let you talk to him.
Okay,
That way you don't have to.
yeah,
Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna set this for sentencing, Wednesday,
Judge-
March 8th. I know,
Judge-
what?
I'm sorry, you do have 21 cases Wednesday. I don't know if Friday's a better option.
I'm here all
22.
week, Judge, so whatever you want is fine.
Miss Adams, what about Wednesday afternoon?
You do have your week jury trial starting Tuesday.
But I could do 1:30, I could do a box sentencing. How about, March 8th at 1:30? All right, so Mr. McCullough, I am not going to give you a care bond today. I am going to set sentencing literally 3 business days away. So Mr. Stevenson's gonna go over to his office and I'm gonna put you guys in a
yeah,
Zoom room so he can get your information from you. And we'll be back Wednesday at 1:30, March 8th, all right?
Yep, man.
Do you have any objection to doing the sentencing via Zoom?
Nope.
All right, so we'll see you back on March 8th at 1:30 PM, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Now I just sit here and wait for Mr. Stevenson.
Yep, so Mr. Stevenson is gonna go log in, and then as soon as he does, I'm gonna pop you in a breakout room, all right?
Okay.
All right, so give me just a minute. And when you meet with them, be honest about everything, and then we'll see you back March 8th at 1:30. Mr. Malaro, is there anything else you had?
I don't think so, Judge, but I like to stick around just in case, you know.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome.
All right, I'll hang out.
Miss Green considers me background noise. Miss McGrain does, so she leaves me on all the time. All right, here's Mr. Stevenson. So, Mr. McCullough, I'll put you and Mr. Stevenson into this breakout room. And then when you're done, you're all set and you can just go. All right?
Yep.
All right. So, Mr. Stevenson and the jail. And there we go. All right, and that concludes our criminal docket. Let's move on to the next. All right,